Your AI agents are working from stale data. CocoIndex keeps them grounded with continuously fresh context. Rust core, Python, API. Only the delta gets reprocessed. V1.03 just shipped. CocoIndex is an incremental data framework for AI agents. The site puts it directly, continuously fresh context for AI. Your agents deserve fresh context. The premise is that most agent setups today are sitting on stale indexes. You build a vector database from your codebase or your docs, and within a day half of it is wrong because the source moved. CocoIndex solves that. Rust core for performance, Python API for ergonomics, PostgreSQL behind it tracking pipeline state, and the framework only reprocesses the records that actually changed. Sub-second freshness. Sources include codebases, meeting notes, inboxes, Slack, PDFs, videos, voice transcripts. Targets include vector databases, relational, graph, data warehouses, feature stores. V1.0.3 shipped yesterday, May 5th. 8.7K stars, Apache 2.0, the world's first open-source engine that does both custom transformation logic and incremental processing for data indexing. The category here matters because CocoIndex sits one layer below where most people are looking. LangChain, LlamaIndex, Haystack. Those are agent and RAG frameworks, the things you call from your application code. CocoIndex is the engine that keeps the data those frameworks are reading actually fresh. You write a CocoIndex pipeline, declaring how to transform your sources into the indexes your agent reads from. CocoIndex runs that pipeline incrementally. Every time a source changes, it figures out which records are affected, propagates the change through your transformations, updates the target store, retires stale rows. Anything not affected by the change isn't touched. The framework calls this dataflow programming, and the closest analogs are Apache Beam or Dagster, except those are batch-oriented, and CocoIndex is built specifically for incremental, low-latency, AI data workloads. The Rust core does the heavy lifting. You write declarative Python on top. About 100 lines for a typical pipeline. That's the actual product shape. Install is one command. pip install-u CocoIndex pulls the latest from PyPI. That's v1.0.3 as of yesterday. The Rust core ships in the wheel, no separate compilation step. PostgreSQL is the only external dependency for the metadata store. Point CocoIndex at any Postgres instance, local or hosted, and it tracks pipeline state there. Run CocoIndex update on your pipeline file, and the engine processes the deltas. Run CocoIndex serve, and you get the live observability dashboard called CocoInsight, which shows you what's flowing through, what got reindexed, what got retired, and the lineage of every byte in your target store. That's the entire developer surface. 3 commands cover the full lifecycle of a real pipeline. Here's what a CocoIndex pipeline actually looks like. Import CocoIndex. Import the connectors you need. Local file system for the source. Postgres for the target. Define a function with the @coco.fn decorator, and memo equals true for incremental memoization. Inside, read each file, run it through a recursive splitter to chunk the text, and declare each chunk as a row in your target table with the text and an embedding column. That's a working incremental pipeline in about 8 lines. The framework handles change detection. If you edit one source file tomorrow, only the affected chunks get re-embedded and rewritten. Everything else stays untouched. Add more sources by adding more @coco.fn functions. Add more targets by declaring more tables. The dataflow graph composes naturally. No DAG configuration, no scheduler setup, no airflow. The incremental processing story is the actual differentiator and worth understanding properly. Most data pipelines you've used are batch-oriented. They run end-to-end on a schedule, recompute everything, drop the result, repeat. That works for analytics. It does not work for agent context, because by the time the next batch runs, the agent has already given a wrong answer based on stale data. CocoIndex's model is the opposite. State lives in PostgreSQL. Every time a source changes, a file edit, a new Slack message, a new PDF in the watch directory, the framework identifies which records in your dataflow graph are affected, propagates the change forward through your transformations, lookups, and joins, updates only the affected rows in the target store, and retires anything that's now stale. Sub-second freshness on small changes, no full recompute, no scheduled batch lag. The agent reading your indexes sees fresh data within seconds of the source changing. That's a different operating model from anything in the LangChain or LlamaIndex world, and it's the reason CocoIndex exists as a separate layer. What you can plug in. On the source side, the connector list is broad. local file systems and blob stores, codebases via tree-sitter parsing for AST-aware indexing, meeting notes and transcripts, email inboxes, Slack and other message queues, PDFs and other document formats, images and video frames, voice and transcripts. Anything you'd want an agent to know about, basically. On the target side, the breadth is similar. Relational databases for structured queries, vector databases for semantic search, graph databases for relationship-heavy data, data warehouses for analytics, feature stores for ML pipelines, message queues for downstream consumers. The declarative model means the same source can fan out to multiple targets. Index your codebase to a vector DB for semantic search, a graph DB for call relationships, and a feature store for downstream ML, all from one pipeline definition. The dataflow graph handles the routing. Adding a new connector is a Python class implementing the source or target interface. It's open-ended in the way the framework is meant to be. Some numbers: 8.7K GitHub stars and climbing. CocoIndex crossed v1.0 in late April after a major redesign, and the v1 line is the recommended path forward. Apache 2.0 license, no commercial restrictions. Codebase is 75% Python by line count, with the performance-critical engine written in Rust underneath. Latest release v1.0.3 from May 5, 2026, yesterday. PostgreSQL backs the metadata store, supporting incremental state tracking across pipeline runs. Multiple connectors for both sources and target stores, with the connector model designed to be extended. Sub-second freshness on incremental updates is the design constraint, built and maintained by the CocoIndex IO team. Distribution, pip install dash. CocoIndex pulls the wheel, no separate Rust toolchain required. The line that captures the whole project is on the homepage. Your agents deserve fresh context. Sounds like marketing copy until you've actually run a long horizon agent and watched it confidently cite a function that was deleted last week, or pull from a Slack message that's been retracted, or summarize a doc that someone updated this morning. The failure mode of agents on stale data is invisible until it's catastrophic. CocoIndex's bet is that solving that, making freshness a structural property of the data layer rather than a scheduling problem, is a separate worthwhile project, distinct from the agent framework on top. The Rust core plus Python API plus PostgreSQL state model is the right shape for that bet. v1.0 is the bet getting serious. If you're building anything that depends on a continuously updated index, coding agents, research agents, customer support agents on top of changing knowledge bases, this is the data layer that should be sitting between your sources and your retrieval layer. Worth understanding before your next agent gets confidently wrong. CocoIndex v1.0.3. Rust core, Python API, only the delta gets reprocessed. Star the repo, pip install, ground your agent.